Welcome to Clicks and Coffee. I'm Alexander, and here we dive deep into the journeys of entrepreneurs and marketing innovators. Each episode, we uncover the challenges, triumphs, and unique strategies of our amazing guests, giving you valuable insights and inspiration. Our goal is to build a community of growth oriented professionals ready to learn, collaborate, and thrive in the ever evolving world of digital marketing. So, whether you're here for the latest trends or looking for that next big idea, you've come to the right place. Let's get started. And today, we're thrilled to host Nathalie Samaha, the founder and CEO of Seemline, a groundbreaking tech platform that connects skilled seamstresses with customers seeking quality tailoring and repair services. Nathalie's innovative approach is transforming a traditional industry by making it more accessible and efficient through technology. In this episode, we'll explore her journey in building Seamline, the challenges of launching a niche tech platform, and how she's using digital marketing to empower seamstresses and reach a growing audience. Nathalie, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Alexander. Thank you for having me.
All right, so that was quite the intro. I, really like your idea. I think it's a great idea, and it's really good in, I would say, the world of today where we're trying to be more sustainable, reuse, and have less waste in the era, I would say, of fast fashion, and people are wearing stuff 2-3 times and throwing it out. And you're kind of going the opposite way of making sure that we make the most out of our clothes. So can you tell us a little bit about your career journey and how you got to where you are today?
For sure. So I started in a clothing store back in my home country. I'm from Lebanon. So I had a clothing store back there. I took over my mom's business. It was a family business. So I took over. She built it in 1997. And I'm 31 right now. And I took over at 21. So that was, I was filled with responsibilities, but it was really good. I finished, graduated, got there, re-engineered this whole clothing store. We changed completely the target marketing, because it was kind of old school type of marketing. I started to have the kids of my mom's clients. So that was funny, building this and seeing it grow. We have multiple stores as well. And then I went completely e-commerce in 2015 when it was still a very new. Did that and then created my clothing brand. It was a limited collection, capsule collection, we call it in the fashion industry. I did that as well, and then decided, you know what, I want to expand. Let's go to the US. I came here to Miami to do an executive fashion business certificates. I did 2 certificates, and then I was stuck here during COVID. I wasn't stuck. I was having the time of my life, but it was a very, very interesting journey for me. And then I wanted to continue my clothing brand here in the US. Why not? I'm here, COVID, nothing is happening. Why not? I bought a sewing machine and I needed the help of a tailor. So, I'm also Canadian. So I know some tailors in Canada. I know some tailors in Lebanon. I don't know anyone here. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Tailor near me. I Googled. I'm like, there's none. I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anyone. No reviews, no ways of contacting them. Google, you had billions of people. You have someone painting your room with a tailor. There wasn't any platform, right?
And the real thing, because I agree with you, is personally, the only tailor that I know is where I get my, if I go to the dry cleaner, that's the only place. Which, is okay, I would say, for a basic pen. But if you need a little bit more refitting or something, they're not really going to do that well.
Yeah. But I am also a fashion designer. So for me, it was only I needed a tailor for myself. And then I realized I tried to do some market research with people hey, do you know any tailor? No, I'm looking for one. It's been days, an hour, or whatever. And then I don't have a tech background. So I went to Google. I'm how to create a SaaS. And I did it completely from scratch. I did courses. I talked to people in tech industry. I really learned it from scratch. And I loved every single moment while doing that. I still have the notes it was crazy. And then went back to my business, retail business. We had to close it, and then I'm like, you know what, I need to pursue Seamline. Moved here to Miami 2 years ago to pursue my MBA in data analytics, which is a completely different path from my business management undergrad. I am doing this right now, and I started my Seamline startup a year and a half ago. We hired developers, graphic designers, and also marketing gurus. So this is why I'm here. And then I realized it's not just me, it's like everyone needs a tailor, and we're aiming to like grow to fashion experts, like fashion designers, suppliers, to have this whole ecosystem into one platform, and to also, most importantly, give them a voice, the local artisan, give them a voice, because there's a huge gap between clients and businesses and like good artisans and craftsmanships.
No, for sure. So one of the things that I was super curious is the name, because I was like, Seamline. I was like, I get the concept, but it's like, where did that name come from? And so I'd like to learn a little bit more about the name.
So yeah,
It's a catchy name, you know?
Thank you. Everyone thinks it's seamless, but it's not seamless. It's not this delivery platform. But Seamline, actually, I created it in a very traditional way. I was writing, this notebook that I have. I wrote, let's say, tailor, fashion, clothing, online, digital shop, and I crisscross the word. I have it on my paper. I'll maybe post it one day. I have it on the paper, and then I crisscross, and then it was seam, which is like a seam of a clothing, and then line, which is online. And then I found that line SEE. Seam is SEA, but I had the SEE, a really cool name. So I did SEEMLINE.
And now you can trademark it, and you can
I
copyright it.
I did. I did trademark it. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty cool. So it's been a year. So what 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 are you seeing? How are people taking you up on the whole platform? How are you tell us a little bit more about the platform, how it works, and like, for example, what is your typical, for now, the typical people, like clients, I would say, you're trying to get on the platform, or users, and then what's the goal for the next couple of years?
Listen, I started Seamline thinking it's going to be only listing platform, marketplace. So you add your zip code, and then you can find the nearest, based on your geolocation, the nearest tailor or fashion expert. But the more I am into it, and the more we create, and with the rise of AI and a lot of like technology coming in, we are incorporating a lot of new features, which is kind of shaping Seamline what it is today. We started to be, I told you, just a listing platform, but now we're incorporating AI into chat. Like, let's say you need an assistant. You go in like, hey, what do you need today? I need to shorten my pants. Okay, we're going to give you this tailor. It's called matchmaking with a tailor. Also pricing recommendation. So we see a lot of involvement in as a Seamline, as a SaaS. But also I am talking to an industry that's a bit traditional. So my perfect client would be a tailor at home that doesn't have this digital word and time, because I created some clothing pieces myself with my sewing machine, and the time I spent on this machine, it was like the whole day. I don't have the time to think about the business, to think about the marketing, and I'm gonna get just used to my word of mouth type of thing. And this is why there's Seamline, because we take care of the business side, and you just do what you do best, you create. So my perfect client would be a tailor, a fashion expert, either just starting, or especially like long time in the game, and also as an end user, because we have two customers. We have the talents, which are we call them Seamliners, which are the talents, and then we have the end user, which is maybe you, or anyone who needs a tailor. But we are kind of shifting our market segment a bit. We see it shifted a bit more to secondhand and thrifting and vintage clothing. So we're trying to tackle this industry right now. mostly.
That's a pretty good idea. And then, there are some brands that's they're really trying to do that. Yeah, I don't know. There is Patagonia that I know that
Yeah.
you can resell or give your clothes back, and then they're gonna repurpose it. You can get your clothes repaired also at Patagonia. So let's say that you have a hole in your jacket, you send it back, they're gonna repair it and send it back, which I love that idea.
I,
So
Patagonia, I actually did a case study on them. They're really doing. They're one of the few companies that actually doing it for sustainability reason, because sustainability word is very overused and misused. So I don't like to say sustainable left and right. I just like to be transparent. You do have some companies who use this word just because it's marketing. It's we want to protect the planet, but basically they're not. A lot of companies are going. A lot of companies are doing that. I'm trying in Seamline to really create, because when I was a kid, just to give you like a personal touch, when I was a kid, um, I didn't want to ask my parents to buy me a lot of things. So I used to repurpose the clothes that I have, like a dress. I used to add on top of it a sweater, so it would be a skirt. So I always used to, or even cut my dress and do it a skirt by myself, like very DIY. I love this industry, and I'm sure you heard someone in your family or in your close friends saying, I don't have nothing to wear. I have nothing to wear and I have nothing to wear. But yeah, we're trying to like build a circular or increase the circular ecosystem, circular fashion to be able to uh, integrate the word sustainability in a really good way.
yeah, no, I totally agree with you, and I totally agree with you also with sustainability
Yeah,
and the real meaning of sustainability is make sure that we manage the resources of today to ensure prosperity in the future, and that is really like the whole concept of sustainability. So don't use everything today to make sure that future generation have enough to
exactly.
basically live at least.
Exactly. Yes.
But there is, yeah, a lot of pollution today on all of that. And I always try to find, companies, because also it's, buying clothes is not always, easy, especially when, yeah, cheap. So I know Patagonia, I always wait for sales and, kind of get whatever color is on sale. But I know also I know Levi's is doing also a
Exactly.
using less water. And actually I have the jeans that are made with like 30% less water. So that's huge when you think about it for a big company like that. So no, I agree. And
I was in an exhibition, in a tech exhibition in Portugal called Web Summit a week ago. I was like showcasing our product and demoing it and everything, and I was um, surrounded by really great fashion tech innovators and trying to make a change into this circular economy, right? And you do have a lot of great companies that are creating change, and I'm very happy to be able to surround myself with well in this industry with people like that. But yeah, Levi's, by the way, is doing in-house tailoring sometimes in Miami. I don't know if where you are there's
yeah, no, I feel bad saying it, but usually I buy the jeans on Amazon.
it's fine. It's fine.
Mm.
Listen, I wanna share something, because I feel that it's when I say like you need to be sustainable, it doesn't mean that you need to buy once every 2 years just because you want to be sustainable and not overconsume. What I mean is that buy from Amazon, but don't throw it away. Just try
Mm.
to fix it, try to repurpose it. If it's not a pants, a good tailor will create something from your pants. Trust me. Like I've been in my retail industry and my retail, sorry, past experience, I work with tailors every day. I used to change, like I had clients coming in, they hated their dress, like something they bought from them for themselves. They hated it. I used to change it completely or create something from scratch. So trust me, a good tailor. This is why we have also a verification process on Seamline, because you really need to be a good fashion expert to be able to be on the platform. You need to change it. So buy your Amazon pants, but make sure that you're not throwing it every, like after a week. You're
Oh
like,
no, I keep
"Uh,
them. Yeah, no,
yeah,
it's good. I try to buy less, but good quality. That's
exactly.
one of the thing. So
Someone told me something super smart is like being cheap is expensive,
yeah,
because yeah, the more you get stuff, the more you think you're being like on a budget, the more money you're spending. The more
Yeah, no, no. And
things.
then there is also the same thing in construction. It's like, if you hire a bad contractor, you pay for the work twice.
Same thing.
So yeah, it's the same thing everywhere. It's like, and that's why I always like to research, I like to research brands and, what is their motto, what is their purpose, how do they, so I always end up buying weird brands, but I think it's interesting, like
I like.
there's this brand, it's called Marine Layer. It's like, it's not, it's a pretty big brand, but it's not like a humongous brand, but their goal is to do very comfortable clothes, well done. So they make it in China, but like sustainably, similar to Patagonia, where they manufacture kind of all over the world,
Yeah.
but they make sure it's done in a good factory.
As long as you're doing something about it and not leveraging it as a marketing tactic, that's good
Sure.
for the fashion industry, because it is very a huge industry that we really need to take care about and take
Yeah.
care of. So yeah.
And so now that we talked about Seamline and the whole concept of
Yeah.
making sure people find, so number one is really finding if you need any touch, any resizing, refitting. So if you get a little, if you gain a little weight, if you lose a lot of weight, you can use Seamline.
Mhm.
Just doing the pants, transforming clothes. So now that we have that, so how do you, so because you were telling me the issue is that you have two effect, you have two things that you have to take care of. Is one is getting more people on the platform, and good people to bring value to the visitors, and then second is getting people to use the platform, because otherwise people are not going to be happy if you
Exactly.
don't send them any leads. So how do you go about those two? Because I'm sure it's two marketing, I would say, campaigns, two marketing objectives. So how do you navigate those two challenges?
Um, okay, so let's break it down. First, we have the talents, the seamliners, right? I call them seamliners. So for them, I make sure to showcase their talent on the platform, to showcase their faces, to go to their studio if they're nearby, to go to their studio, have my marketing team coming in, trying to ask them personal questions like, why are you a tailor today? Like having the end user connect with this talent. This is one thing that I love. I always say, sell less your product, sell more emotions. And that's what I like. That's how I relate to companies. If they're touching me and I relate to them. So on this side, I make sure that they are there. It's not only, hey, I'm going to find you a tailor, whatever his name is, but I'm going to find you a tailor. I'm not just doing that. I'm bringing marketing expertise onto every seamliner, like really one-on-one. For the end user, if I go and ask you, for example, do you know any tailor? Or I'm sure you have some pants in your closet that you need to fix. You're like, oh, wow, I really need a tailor. So having a marketing, like kind of marketing it in a way that's relatable to you, like showcasing someone at home, finding their pants ripped or something, taking it to the tailor, going on this from A to B and B to A again. So from end user to tailor and tailor to end user again, showcasing the efficiency of Seamline, how it could be easy for you to use, especially that we're adding a delivery system in Miami for now. So you're at home, you just put your pants and you send it and bring it back. So we're just making it super easy for you to use it, because if I go one-on-one, everyone is interested, but having this end user really taking the time and going onto the platform takes takes a lot of time marketing wise to promote it to them. So we're doing this and it's working, and people are really relating to the platform, and because it's super easy to use, because you could chat, you could book, you could talk, like you could pay on there, you can have this whole system just in one place. You don't need to go back and forth like 10 times. So yeah, we just make sure that is for the talents, it's one-on-one, making sure to showcase them. And for the end user, making sure that we're bringing efficiency and accessibility to them and showcasing those features to them.
And what is the main acquisition channel, at least for the end users,
End
that you find
users,
that's work?
so end user is marketing, social media for sure, word of mouth, but marketing. Social media is number one platform that we're having conversions in. For the talents, it is also social media, but mostly communities, because everyone knows, like any tailor knows, and they know another tailor, so that helps. But also making sure to reach out to them and letting them know how it could maybe have them grow their business. Not maybe, but it will grow their business. So this is how we're doing it.
Cool. And so you were mentioning that you have, you're trying to build the ecosystem. So what are your plans, I would say, for the next year? So you were saying you're working on delivery system.
Mhm.
So for now in Miami, are you planning on attacking some other markets next year? And
Uh, I'm trying to be a platform that's, first of all, we already built the web app, but we're trying to build the mobile app, which will be so much easier. Second, we're trying to be, so wherever you are, whether you're a talent or an end user, just try to find someone near you, a tailor near you. And if you're a tailor in, let's say, I don't know, Idaho, you want to grow your business, you'll be able to reach that demand, because there's supply demand, making sure that we have enough supply for the demand and vice versa. So we're trying to expand in the US as much as we can. We do have some seamliners scattered around, like San Diego, New York, because they're really interested, because it's a huge pain point for us, like in the fashion industry. So for the end user, we're trying to increase this demand as much as we can all over. Yeah.
no, that's super cool. And so it's going to be great because you're also giving a voice for the people that are trying to launch also their clothing brand. And so they can use the, tailor service to also showcase their talent as fashion designer, because that's, I'm sure a lot of people, that's what they want to do also, is to create.
Listen, tailoring is not. I mean, you can make a living out of tailoring and sewing. So, a lot of people think it's just for the 45-year-old and above, but no. I thought this before going into Seamline, but when I went and started to talk about with the community, I saw like really young entrepreneurs working hard, upcycling, making sure like we are sustainable in the way we buy and the way we tailor. So no, it's not just like an old 45-year-old above industry. No. So yeah, it makes my
Very vibrant. Look at you.
yeah.
No,
I love
it's really cool. I really love all those projects, especially, now in the world where it's all about like, and unfortunately, I found that in fashion, it's all about like, buying something for a couple of, I know people that buy just for one event. They go to, we're not going to name the brands, but they go buy something and then literally like throw it away a couple of days later, which I found to be kind of crazy, like the waste of all this stuff. So,
You know why? Because they're posting it on Instagram and no one can see you wear the same dress twice. That's
oh yeah, yeah.
no, they already saw me in this dress.
I
But yeah, I mean, what I'm trying to do is make this like re-wearing your clothes in another way cool. And
Yeah, no, for sure. And then using your grandparents, parents' clothes, because I know that, for example, I have two daughters,
yeah,
and now they can use my wife's clothes, and I'm sure that it would be cool to like repurpose it with the new style.
of
Uh,
course.
and
This is why we're tackling the secondhand and the thrifting and vintage industry, because it is a huge industry right now. So yeah.
yeah, but now you made me self-conscious about the shirts that I
No,
wear on the podcast. I'm gonna have to, review on my podcast. Okay, I wore that shirt already. I cannot wear it a second time. But
no,
today I know it's
just
I know
with the women. It's just women. We're like this. So
okay.
I
Okay,
go
so I'm
with
good then.
it. Yeah, no worries.
But I know this shirt, I never wore it on the podcast, so that
But
I know for
actually,
sure.
you're wearing Miami Vice. I could see yeah, yeah.
And that's the brand I was telling you, Marine Layer, like they do.
Oh,
It's
nice. No,
fun,
it's
you know,
I love it.
fun stuff. I like the embroidered shirts.
We also have like funny you're saying that we also have seamliners that are into embroidery, just embroidery, like businesses. Because it's not just like for end user, but also businesses who would like to find tailors and fashion designers for their company. So we're B2B to C.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, super. No, that's super cool. So for anybody that is looking for quality and vetted and verified
Mm-hmm.
uh, tailors, embroiders, whatever you want it to be, but anything related to fashion, you can head over to seamline.co. And if you can not find the website, you can go on LinkedIn and look for Nathalie, and she'll gladly help you. But it's pretty easy to find. I like the system. It's very straightforward on how to find somebody, and I feel really good about now that I met you to use this website in the sense that I know people are verified, so it's going to be
Of
good
course,
quality.
we
So
do have, and also I am in the industry. It's been 12 years, so I know if someone is telling me that he's a tailor or she's a tailor and she's not, I would know with their work. So, and also we do have other people who vet in the company who vet fashion designers and fashion experts. So yeah, it's not just me.
super. All right, Nathalie, it was a great pleasure having you. I wish you all the luck,
Thank you,
and
Alex.
we'll talk soon.
Yes, thank you so much.
Bye.